Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun dá wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary politics.
Yeah. Farabans. Right. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're watching from. I'm streaming this only on YouTube. So for those who have the opportunity of watching it now, and then those who probably will have to watch it later, you can share the video. I'm going to do the same on Twitter. So Facebook is a mad place right now. So just going to leave them on Facebook for now. And for those who are going to be joining me here, thank you for joining Maiyegun's Diary Political. So share the video on the platforms, invite your friends, invite everyone that needs to be here. I just want to quickly drop this on the Southern Kaduna killing. And a lot has been said about the killings in Southern Kaduna. But again, for posterity's sake, we will add our voice as always to what we believe is going on in Southern Kaduna and the culpability of the people who promised, who pledged to protect the people. So share the video on any of your platforms. I'm going to do mine on Twitter. So Southern Kaduna killing. That will be the title. The Buhari and the Nigerian army, what they are doing to Nigerian soldiers. It's unfortunate. It is sad. I'm going to start this broadcast with this video from, a major general in the army, one of the, the commanders of the theater of war, those who are supposed to be fighting Boko Haram. One of them who got ambushed, his boys were ambushed, attacked seriously. But I would rather let you listen to him. When this guy made this complaint, after this, they arrested him. They arrested the guy who was doing so well, battling the Boko Haram. You know what I mean? So he was meant to be killed with his team, but miraculously they survived. And when they came out and they complained like this, what happened then was that the government of Nigeria punished him. He got sorry, coughing there.
Video everything.
Here our troops injured.
Record me. Good morning, sir. General Denny. Sir, the soldiers are not running. The 3 battalions are standing and fighting, though we have casualties. The intelligence assessment concerning the Timbuktu Triangle is very wrong, sir. Since yesterday, we have been met by very strong resistance, more than pockets of Boko Haram. This morning, from every flank, not less than 15 gun trucks are facing us. These people have fired more than 100 RPG at us, and have fired several mortar at us, and they have fired more than 100 RPGs and so many mortars on us. This is the true situation, sir. I'm here on the ground. This is General Buba here, sir. No any general is running or not leading the men. Sir, look at this soldier. They are not running away. Neither is any of them afraid. We are good to go, but here, now these things are working against us. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Right. I hope you heard that. That same man, that same general there, who you heard him complain about the fighting spirit of the soldiers that is leading. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm having issue with our picture tonight. I've been struggling with that. It's like they're attacking us so bad. Yeah. So I'll check that out. 1 sec. Okay, we'll manage it for now. So I've got this to start with, that even those who are trying to fight the Boko Haram, the terrorists, are not protected in any way, but they are persecuted, either killed in a sort of a trump up attack, most of them internally. So we have heard report of that. This man who made this statement ended up being arrested. He is currently going through what they call the court martial. So in fact, people are beginning to ask that the Nigerian army should prove that he is still alive. That's to tell you how serious it is. The man who you saw there, so I mean, is currently in detention. I mean, detention, and many other people like him who were in his squad. That is how they are fighting terrorism in Nigeria. While the soldiers who are fighting them, right, are either unpaid or, better still, treated like the common criminals, while the terrorists are being treated like, the special children of the government that they are. So, sorry, Facebook is messing us up for now, and we can see that as well on YouTube. There's been a lot of logjam there, but we'll get over it. However, Southern Kaduna, that we have seen killings again and again and again, right? You will think those criminals who are killing people in Southern Kaduna, they are invincible. People can see them. No, they are not invincible, because right now in most southern part of the Kaduna, Kajuru, and so many of those local governments right now, from the beginning of this year, and I can tell you from the period that APC came to power in that state, yeah, they have been having a curfew after curfew after curfew. But even within that curfew, right, the attackers will still come, attack them, kill them, and walk away. The curfew is meant that you shouldn't move at a certain hour or certain time, but the people will be staying at home. Their killers will come in and kill them, and then the government did nothing. No single person has been arrested. That is actually the irony of it. You've been hearing about the killings. You've been hearing the counter killings and killings and killings. No single terrorist has been arrested. To even say, oh, in our effort, we have arrested 5 people. We have arrested 10 people. Thousands of people have been displaced. Hundreds of people have been killed. This year alone, they have killed thousands of people, like over 1,000 people killed already. Then you ask yourself, like, how is that possible? It's like people walking into, some armed group of people driving into a city, and they begin, killing everything they see inside. Anything that moves, they shoot. Then they keep doing that again and again and again and again. And the security agents, the police, the DSS, all of their security agents are unable to even capture just one person, one single person. What does that tell you? It means that those who are supposed to defend you are those behind the attack. It's not far-fetched. But with what we have known so far, it is obvious that the program of the government of Nigeria is to protect the terrorists. It is not hard. You can make up any story in your head. You can try to, sort of divert the conversation in a way. But the question you should ask yourself is, are the people killing people more powerful than the people that are supposed to protect the people? To the point that they keep coming back again and again and again and again, and no single person is arrested. That's the question you should ask yourself. The fact that, they could walk in, kill people, walk out, and not that there was an exchange of fire to stop them. None. There is not we arrested 200 people, or we arrested 100 people. Even we arrested 10 people in the past 5 years who are committing this crime. No single person has been arrested. But whenever the attack happens, they will begin to do what they call peace meeting. They will be saying, no reprisal attack. Don't try to fight back. Don't defend yourself. Which part of the law that says you shouldn't defend yourself? That's the question we should ask yourself. That's the way I do ask myself questions when things doesn't make sense to me. You know, when an attack happens once, you can say, oh, they came through that side. And if we want to protect ourselves, let us protect this particular border and make sure that they never get through us again. Like, that's what you would expect. But when attacks keep repeating and repeating and repeating itself, then you know that those who are supposed to defend you are involved. That's the basic thing. Because even the Kaduna governor, El-Rufai, said he had to go to neighboring countries like Chad, Mali, and so many other places like that. The places that are now infested there with terror, more or less like what they did was to go and bring back the terrorists in different form, under different agenda, under different names, to come in and continue to attack Nigeria. They will be protected. People have said it, that the countries like Mali, Libya, Chad, especially Niger, or let me say Niger, they call them Niger Republic. These areas, the border countries with Nigeria, they are actually the breeding cell for terrorists to attack Nigeria, because one way or the other, it is business all the way, right? They work what they call the joint operation and this and that, but they still can't get rid of the terrorists simply because they are the terrorists. They are the terrorists. That's what I believe. I'm going to play you one more thing now, which is this one is coming from someone. It is not a new video, but it has something to do with how the rest of the world actually sees you, even the rest of Africa. To start with, you as a Nigerian, now not asking yourself the critical real questions about why. The question is why. Why is it so difficult? Even if you can't, even if the effort is that one way or the other, you couldn't defeat the terrorism, right? Is it also so difficult for us to prosecute terrorists, those who have killed people? That's the question you should ask. And if that is not happening, then something is wrong. Listen to.
I can tell you with so much power that Nana presidency, if he wins the election, he's not the one going to be managing this country. They should tell us who intend to manage the country if Nana wins the election, but definitely not Nana. Nana has a health problem. That's a fact. We all have health problem at this age, not to talk about 72. So clearly, we are looking at a nation that we want to move forward. Nigerians have given their country to Buhari. Look at what is happening there. Buhari has killed the country. The country is dead. Nigeria is no more than it used to be. Are we bringing another Buhari in Ghana? Of course, we can do that. But then we should know that this is not the Buhari who is going to lead this country.
Yes. No, it may be difficult for you to accept, but it is actually what it is, right? A giant of Africa, a rich country, a supposed rich country that can afford any manner of, military hardware to defeat any extremism that is now costing the country not just money and all of that, costing us now human casualties. Like, even if you are making blood money, is there no time that you should feel like it's enough to begin to feel like humans and begin to ask yourselves, like, why is it so difficult to end this and stop the bloodbath? It is difficult because the people coordinating the bloodbath are the same people who are also funding ending the bloodbath. It's not going to end. That's what they have turned this into. And unfortunately so, while the people who are currently not safe in their homes right now, living in IDP camps and all of that, the terrorists who put them in that situation are being compensated. Guess what? Again, the ministry in charge of them, rehabilitating and giving them money, as well as trying to educate them, is the Ministry of Disaster and then human mismanagement that Buhari's girlfriend is leading. This is the same ministry that is not going to that said they don't have money to pay you, the end power. The same ministry that has no money to pay you COVID-19 palliative. The same them, right? Is the same ministry that is going to be paying the Boko Haram, over 4,000 Boko Haram fighters they have released so far, right? Listen to her. At the time they were asking her, how are you going to pay the Empower, the Nigerians who are doing Empower? This was our response. Lying that they've paid or they have the money to pay, and then they're trying to confuse herself. Meanwhile, they have paid all the Boko Haram fighters now. The repentant Boko Haram, the terrorists, they've paid them, right? I will come back to that again. Listen to her.
So no money has been spent.
No money has come to the ministry. But for this purpose, for this program, the money is there already.
No, you don't understand what I'm...
It has been approved.
Honorable Minister,
yes.
Honorable Minister, what I'm asking is very simple. So you have not been spending money since you resumed in that office?
We have not received money since...
You have not been spending money?
Well, I have approved what came to my desk.
So what is stopping?
And I passed it to the permanent secretary. I was trying to explain.
Did you hear that? That's it, right? Have you not been spending money? I've approved of it. They're like going back and forth. It is deliberate, right? However, the same woman is the one that will pay 20,000 naira to all the repentant Boko Haram fighter, just to let you know. Meanwhile, right, 18 soldiers were killed in Katsina. 18 Nigerian soldiers. Boko Haram traveled to Mali. I don't know what to do in Mali to go and settle peace, to make peace. Government of national unity in Mali, right? Because probably he's Malian himself. However, he won't just start insulting you. But I'll add this, just because of the poor quality of the broadcast tonight. So I'll add this as well. This is from China, where they genuinely are fighting corruption. Just to add this to this clip before I go. Listen.
2 vice mayors in eastern China have been executed over bribery convictions. Xu Meiyong and Jiang Renjie from Hangzhou and Suzhou, respectively, were executed Tuesday morning on orders of the Supreme People's Court. Xu was accused of using his post to garner about $22 million in bribes for property development contracts, on top of other illicit activity. Jiang, too, was accused of taking kickbacks for real estate development projects. Both men had legal appeals rejected. They join a handful of other mid-level officials who have been caught for corruption and turned into examples. Though the higher one goes in the party hierarchy, the rarer such convictions are. China is one of the only countries where people are executed for white-collar crimes.
That is what they do in China. If you are a thief and you get caught, that's what will happen to you. This is what should happen to those who are responsible for the death of those Nigerians that Boko Haram promised to protect. That's what should happen to Buratai. If a genuine system is put in place to investigate them, their greed has led to the death of thousands of people that shouldn't have been killed violently. 18 soldiers were killed. More than 1,000 Nigerian soldiers have been killed in the last 5 years. Civilians have been displaced, and everything defies logic. You cannot defend yourself in any way. The government will class you as the terrorist, while the terrorists are pampered and released by the government. Okay, so a government that has this, a country that has this as their own, what do you call it? Their own Nigerian Air Force, right? It's the same country that cannot defeat terrorism and protect our people. Watch this.
The Armed Combat Group are now forming the abbreviation NN.
A country that can boast of that has been battling with ragtag thugs simply because politicians and some career businessmen in the military are making money from the Boko Haram fight. Use your sense. People are being killed. Why can't you defend yourselves? Why is it so difficult that to tell you to defend yourselves is actually a crime? What does that tell you? The soldiers who are fighting, one of them, you remember this soldier, the one that, let me see if I can still see his face there. Oh, I've dropped that out. Anyway, it's about Lance Corporal Martin Sidakbani, the one that spoke out to tell you about how many soldiers are being killed. Some of his friends have been killed. So many of them, you know, all the salaries not paid. Soldiers being treated like they're actually the Boko Haram, and the Boko Haram are being treated like they were the Nigerian soldiers. Like treat them like oh God. And the guy said they were going to arrest him, and eventually they arrested him. This other general I showed you earlier, who actually, General Demola, I'm going to try and find out his name there. Then, you know, they arrested him. He's in detention right now. They are court-martialing him. They are going to send him to jail. For what? For speaking out to say they had no weapon. They gave them wrong intel. Some of his boys are dead, and they are trying to repel the Boko Haram. They arrested him. No single Boko Haram fighter has ever appeared before any judge or any court since Buhari came to power. No single bandit has been arrested. Look at this guy. When they killed 18 soldiers in Katsina, it was this guy who led it. Now, this is the guy, they call him Dangote, something, I think they call him Notorious Dangote or something like that, right? This is the guy that is the leader of bandits in Katsina. You remember when Katsina state governor traveled into the bush to go and make deal with bandits in his state? Katsina is where Buhari comes from, the president himself. So this is the leader. They call him Notorious Dangote. So this same guy was invited into the government house in Katsina as well, whereby he was, in that deal, that peace deal that led to him releasing some captives, people he kidnapped, that he kept in captive. So he released them. They now allowed him to begin to carry gun. So in that agreement, he has the right to publicly carry gun to protect himself and his people as part of the deal, right? Now, somehow, they said that they heard the rumor that the soldiers are coming in to come and raid their camp and arrest him. So the guy and his boys, now that they can officially carry gun, so they face the soldier, they laid ambush for them, right? So the soldiers walked into the trap and they killed 18 of them right there, then. Okay, so this same guy, that's what they managed to do. So when he killed the soldiers, then he fled, he ran away. So right now, he is another Boko Haram on the loose. So as it is now, they did, because they said they killed some of his boys too, that are in Katsina. This is the guy that has been terrorizing Katsina State with his gang, and he made a deal with the state governor that they will be paying him money and he won't attack the state again. Somehow, something went wrong, and then the soldiers were moved in. They killed 20 soldiers. The rest, who didn't get killed, probably are now trying to recover in hospitals now. That is what your government are doing. Paying terrorists, trying to tell them not to kill. El-Rufai said he traveled to Cameroon, traveled to Chad, to Niger, to all these places. Right now, if you go to Niger State in Nigeria, if you go to Katsina State, if you go to Yobe State, if you go to Southern Kaduna, all of these killings, massacre, genocide are state coordinated, not hard to tell. The question you should ask yourself is, at least, if your government is fighting terrorism, if your government and the Buhari's government is trying to stop terrorism in Nigeria, why can't they show you how many people that they have arrested? We have seen bodies of dead people. We have seen families who have lost their loved ones. We have seen people who have lost everything due to these attacks, and they are not stopping, right? We have seen people who are living in IDP camps. We have seen the lives they are living in IDP camps, refugee camps in Nigeria. So when are we going to see the killers? When are we going to see the attackers? When are we going to see the terrorists on TV standing trial for their crime? But instead of us to see them on TV answering to their crime, this is what we saw. We saw them being celebrated, being retrained, being paid, being reintegrated into the society. Now, these killers, they are killers, right? There's nothing like repentant Boko Haram. They are killers. So someone paid for all of this with your money. They paid to kit them. They paid to put them in houses where their victims are not sleeping. Care they are getting, their victims are not getting, right? And you who see this government and still very much unable to ask yourselves the right questions, like, how is it so difficult that the people that should be standing trial, they should be standing trial for murder, they should be standing trial for raising them against the country. Many of them are not Nigerians. Oh, they are from Mali, they are from Chad, they are from Sudan, they are from all these places. But because they all claim to be Northerner, now they can tell you they are from Jigawa, they are from Yobe, they are from this and that. Instead of them to stand trial for their crime, they are victims. They are victims to find closure. The victims of terrorism. The only way the victims of terrorism can find closure is if they see their killers standing trial, answering questions for the crimes they committed against them, and they find them being, punished for that crime, not being celebrated like Buhari, who traveled to Mali, even though Nigeria is burning, Southern Kaduna is burning, right? An average Buhari din or Buhari didn't. A Buhari did not to, or a Buhari did to. We tell you, is it Buhari that you want to go and fight bandits? It's been 5 solid years. Thousands of people have been killed. And just because the Malians are protesting for just how many weeks, Buhari is back in Mali to settle the problem, while the people of Southern Kaduna are there praying, protesting. Even when they protest and go back home and they are not, they obey the curfew, they still get killed by the people that Buhari will never prosecute. Rather, they will spend your money to buy them clothes. They will spend your money to teach and train them, and they return them back to the same community. Imagine walking by and you see the person that killed your father brutally, that macheted your grandmother, or macheted a whole family, killed them, shot them in execution style. And then you see him walking about because they said he's repented. He never stand trial. He never answered any question. He just said he's repented, and they paid him. Now they put him on a payroll. He even have a better citizen reward than you, the victim that they took everything from. How would you feel? Ask yourself. Because one way or the other, another damage they are doing is that some of these guys, they have told them that they can become anything in Nigeria because they have been pardoned. It's like presidential pardon. When you get it, there is no crime. You are not in any, all your crimes are forgiven. Okay. Now, why do you want to continue with that? I have one more video I'm going to show you. It's important simply because there are those who have been trying to hoodwink everybody into their own different agenda that we know of. But one way or the other, they keep denying. But if anyone comes out to tell you that the problem of Nigeria is Hausa, the problem of Nigeria is Igbo or Yoruba, watch them very well, very, very carefully. They are actually one Nigeria merchants, okay? Those who are responsible for the rot in that country, they are Hausas, Igbos, and Yorubas from every tribe, from every corner in that country. And those are the people responsible, right? And those who are fanning the ember of discord in a way that, if you have to put it, they will tell you Igbos should hate Yoruba, Yorubas should hate Hausas, Hausas should hate Yorubas, Igbos should hate Fulanis. Meanwhile, they are friends, these same sets of people. I have one, a very popular one, right? Before we go, listen to this. The one that told you then that Fulani is coming to kill all of us, and the rest of that, right? But guess what? They are friends. That is why some of them will tell you that they support Biafra today. They support Oduduwa today. But guess what? In the background, they are doing so to get the attention of their friends who are currently with the spoon in charge of the pot, the same pot they've taken away from you. So they are calling the attention to it, playing that tribal and all that card, right? One of them is this. You may find him interesting.
My name is Maiyegun. Arrest for this one. Sir, the chief FFK in the media is different from the chief FFK.
Really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
Yes, sir. Because the impression, especially for us here in the north, is that chief FFK is anti-North.
On the issue of the charge that I'm anti-North, no, I'm anti-tyranny, I'm anti-hegemony, I'm anti-injustice, I'm anti-mass murder, anti-ethnic cleansing, I'm anti-genocide, I'm anti-anything that seeks to enslave, destroy, or crush a people. And I may have criticized elements in the North, some leaders in the North in the past, particularly over the last few years, for the way in which they have run the affairs of this country. But you cannot indict a whole people for the sins or the shortcomings of a few leaders. So to say that is completely wrong. Now, I have criticized as many Southwestern and Southern leaders as I have leaders in the North. Look at my record. I challenge you to go and see all I've written in the past. And
to the extent that some in the Southwest have believed that, oh, you know, this man is he's not really one of us, he's this, that, and the other. I challenge anybody, anywhere, regardless of faith, regardless of tribe, where I feel they have done wrong or they are doing wrong. And that's
Oh, FFK, as you could like to call him, eh? For those who will tell you today, if they want to describe the Fulanis and all of that with what he's told us many times, yeah, you will realize that that's who they are. They play the tribal card when it suits them, right? And they change it when it doesn't. The women they made him Shinkafa or whatever it's called, Shinkafa or Shintaku or whatever of Zamfara, he suddenly changed to let you know that some Fulanis are good, some Fulanis are bad. That's what he's trying to say. Because for those of you who know him very well, right? They are friends. I won't say more than that. But however, because we have this poor broadcasting issue tonight, I will leave this as it is for now. I am going to just round it up with this message about this Southern Kaduna of a thing. We have seen the killings. We have seen that those who have pledged repeatedly, those who have called meetings countless times, trying to tell you that they have a strategy to stop the killing. There is no strategy anywhere. The most important thing is this, right? They may keep telling you that, I know it's like fighting the double war. Many of you know the truth. You know that those in power are those behind the killing, the murderous genocide they are currently carrying out in Southern Kaduna and few other places as well, right? It is better for you to stop crying to those that are actually behind and responsible for your tears. It is better to begin to look inward. I don't think there will actually be so powerless people in that Southern Kaduna to the point that there is no way they can form an internal personal vigilante themselves, armed in a way that they can defend themselves. So don't let me sound like I'm sounding like I don't know how it is in Nigeria. I do, right? But if you keep saying you know that they will come for us, if you want to die, is it not better you die on your knees? I mean, on your knees, defending yourself on your knee. Is that what you want to do? Die on your knees? Well, I would say die standing. Die standing, not die running. Die standing, defending yourself. At least, even if you are going to die, if they are going to kill your family, with the videos we have seen so far, with the images we have seen so far, even if they want to kill you, I will advise, if you get the capacity, defend yourselves. Those who are coming to kill you, we know many of them are the retired or repentant Boko Haram fighters. They have paid them. They have trained them. They're going to give them uniform to still come for you. This may sound somehow to you, but give me an explanation, a better one. Give me a better explanation that says, as powerful as Nigeria claimed to be, as rich as Nigeria claimed to be, tell me how difficult it is, even if you can reduce the killing, how difficult it is, or it has become, to at least apprehend and prosecute those who have carried out all these attacks. Does that mean that the government can't have, the government has no resources at all to arrest? Even if they don't have enough resources to defend people all the time or everywhere. But at least, in most cases, many reported cases where their killers, the genocide, the killing lasted for over 4 hours, 4 solid hours. And most of it, they said, all the military checkpoints, police checkpoints, everything that linked the security to the area at that time, they would disappear. These are the reports. What does that tell you? Does that tell you that, it's just been too much, it's so difficult to treat, it's been a long time issue? Is that not what they are telling you? They are telling you that, and you are repeating that because you believe the lie. So give me another reason why people shouldn't defend themselves. Why people shouldn't genuinely defend themselves. I mean, or maybe we are actually overrating people as well. Maybe things are actually it's even worse than we can imagine. Because I can't imagine people in an area, millions of people in an area being killed, and they are crying out for years and unable to defend it. I've never heard anywhere where they say, oh, the Fulani men came, or all the people killing people in southern Kaduna came, and the people rose and they defended themselves, and the fight lasted for 2-3 hours, and those who came to attack them had to run back. I have never heard that report. Why? Because you believe that if you try it, the government will come and arrest you. Is it not better to fight than to die running when you can? That's the reason why I'm asking that question. So don't say, are you trying to instigate people? You are just a born coward if you think I need to instigate people to defend themselves. So I should let people sleep and wait for their killers and pray or cry to Buhari, the one that will release whoever is arrested. And if you are a soldier or a police officer or a security agent, honest one, working in Nigeria, can you ask yourself this? If you die today, if something happened to you today, what's going to happen to your family? Have you not seen your colleagues who are dead? Are you not so in the know? At least you work in the security circle. You are open to so many information. Some of you know, but you are praying like they are telling you to pray. Just pray to God. Pray to God. Why they continue? You know what I mean now? Why you will continue to become endangered? Why not? So if anyone says we need to instigate you to defend yourself, that person must be a terror apologist. A terror apologist is someone who actually will tell you you shouldn't fight. We should stop we should try and stop fighting. Someone is killing people around you. People are being killed around you. There's nothing that can be done. You are there waiting for your own death, Abi. And you are saying, someone says, defend yourself. You say, I don't try and cause war. Don't try and cause war in Nigeria. You are already at war. How are you not seeing that? Well, I hope you know what I mean. I hope before before the next 3 years, indeed, you won't. You know what I mean. You will be alive enough, probably, to tell the story, because that's the way I can put it. Because everyone is endangered, including yourself, who is watching me right now. If you are watching me from Nigeria, you are endangered, and the earliest you know that, the better. Those who we now see as victims every day, crying out every day, shouting and crying out to international community to come to their aid and defend them. They are endangered. There's nobody coming to defend anybody. No one. That's the truth. And since there's nobody coming, would you then go ahead and try and defend yourselves? That's what I would say on that. Hopefully, something will happen like you they wish, so that someone will come in and help you and save you in any way. But Buhari is not going to do anything anymore. There is corporate into. This is part of it. He blessed every action of the attack on you, and he will continue to be aloof and then pretend like he's not. Is probably he's not aware. So you are lucky to listen to me tonight, simply because they haven't got to your area yet. But they will get to your area the longer it takes. It took them 5 years to wreck the country this much. 3 years is enough to take you further. And the next level they promise is where you are now. It's by choice. And then I hope someday we can get it all together. And we cannot say, let us break it up to save lives. It is important. See, it may sound somehow to you whenever they say, let us break up the country to save lives. It is about lives. It is about saving lives. Keeping Nigeria together right now is like a death sentence. A death sentence. It is like a suicide mission. It's like people, whenever you call yourself a Nigerian, what you are doing is that you are validating that suicide attempt. You are wishing yourself dead. That's the way I see it. Because protection in Nigeria is zero. The people who are supposed to protect you care no hurt about you. They don't give a damn about you, and they show it every now and then. And they show it to people who are most vulnerable, most powerless, weak, the aged, the disabled. Those who are being killed right now in those areas, they are the weak. Those who can run are running. Most of those that are killed are children and then women, right? A country that cannot protect the vulnerable is not a country that you should call yours in any way. Now, if you break up the country, this is what will happen. Let me tell you. Those who are telling you that corruption, if we break up Nigeria because of corruption, no. We are not breaking up Nigeria because of corruption alone. It is the combination of so many things, starting all over again, starting with, starting your own country in a way that represents who you are. The real you, not this amalgamation of all these strange bedfellows. These people, we don't even know ourselves. That's the truth. That's why we will never understand ourselves. No matter how much they try to work it out, it's never going to work. And the reason is not just about corruption. There's so many of it. Now, when you break it down, you will have the opportunity as Yoruba people, for example, we will have the opportunity of sitting down to say, how many are we? What do we have to take care of ourselves? Number two, how do we want to live together? What type of government do we want to run that will represent us as a people? What type of economy do we want to build for our people? All these things will be put into place together from the foundation where we can all say we agree though. But in this current package, Nigeria, I can't find it anywhere where they said, oh, this is where all Nigerian people came together and they issued this particular verdict that they are going to come together as a country. And these are the terms and conditions of that coming together. There is nowhere that we had that statute. Nowhere. It was all put together haphazardly by criminals for their own selfish reasons. And since then, they have been struggling to keep it together. They cannot secure lives because of the impunity, the nepotism in the system. Nepotism, favoritism, quota system, federal character, and all these other jargons that they put together, they never respect in any way. All these things have put us apart instead of together. We are not building a country. Everybody is just sharing the parts. Nigeria is just like a graveyard where vultures come back to feed on carcass of dead people. And then they watch over the living and watch them die so that they can feed on them. That's what Nigeria is. Every one of them is like feeding on it, feeding fat on it, whatever they can get on. They are not building a country. So, if you manage to have your own country, another angle is this, right? You see your own thieves from your own country right now, from your own region. You will deal with them in your own way. You see the incompetent criminals who come from the north all the time, representing the north all the time. The criminals there, the thieves, career criminals, right? Who have ruined Nigeria more than anyone else in history. You see those career criminals, what will happen is that when they finally show their incompetence to the Arewa country that they will get, what will happen is there are people who are defending them because they are part of a Nigeria project right now. They will be able to, microscopically know those who are behind the backwardness of their region, their leaders. And they can deal with them the same way they want. If they want their country to be like a Sudan, or if they want it to be like Afghanistan, if they want it to be like Iraq, it's good. And in the south as well, when, for example, in Yoruba land, if you want to turn your land, your own country to the land of Agberos, land of manipulators and the rest of that, thieves, pickpockets and all that, yes, we will choose, but we won't. Yorubas will build a very, very viable country. Responsible countries where human beings will be treated like humans and not treated like animals. You see all the criminals from Igbo land, criminals from Yoruba land, criminals from every other land around the whole place, who are also part of the criminal enterprise called the Nigeria Project, they have their godfathers everywhere. That is why Issa Funtua, the man that died, Buhari's friend that died, cousin, he said, if you want to become president of Nigeria, you have to belong. You have to belong, because that is what they do. If you want to continue to enslave your people, you have to belong. If you want to continue to keep your people in poverty, you have to belong. If you want to keep your people backward and continue to kill your people, you have to belong. It's a code. Nigeria Project is about belonging. It doesn't matter whether you are PDP, whether you are APC. When you break it down, you see those thieves from Lagos, they will not have any GOC commander they are going to use and run to in the north. And then there will be no reason for any of the criminals, if they run foul of our law in our country, there will be no reason for them to go and bring Godo from Sudan. There will not be no reason to go and bring all these terrorists, repentant Boko Haram, to come and be, Nigerian army, to come and start killing people on the street of Ibadan. No, they will bring Yorubas. They will bring people who speak Yoruba like you. And many of them, they will know why we want to face the criminals in the new country if you break up Nigeria. But those who want to benefit from Nigeria Project, you see, let me tell you something. You see the thieves you see today, the terrorists you see today, the criminals who are making Nigeria today, they are so small, they are so little to the thieves who are waiting to take over from them. You see the thieves who are waiting to take over from the thieves you see today. They are those that will tell you breaking up of Nigeria is not an option because they are waiting for their turn. But if you love your life, begin to tell your families, I'm a Yoruba man. I am better represented as an Oduduwa Republic son. Okay? You as a Yoruba man, you are better represented as a Yoruba man than to be called a Nigerian. There is no Nigerian. The sooner you all know, the better. We all know, by the way. And for those of you who are still very much involved in the project Nigeria in any way, do your best. Use your positions. Facilitate how to get rid of a system that continue to kill and will continue to kill if nothing is done about it, if nothing is done to it. This is where I'm going to drop the curtain this evening. As for my friends who are asking about Facebook, let me tell you something about Facebook. Facebook is so terrible these days, that I am already considering leaving Facebook forever. But because I've got so much friends, so many friends there on Facebook, that is why I'm not going to completely or conclusively leave Facebook. Facebook has become an arbiter of free speech restriction on social media. Facebook will stop and suspend a page. They will stop you from publishing simply because some element of people reported a post that has nothing to do with Facebook's community rules. But here is the twist: when Facebook suspend your page or suspended you for any reason, and you appeal, and Facebook found you not in any to have violated any rule or any law of theirs, the punishment, the suspension will continue throughout the time they've suspended you for. The reason why they suspended you, which is going to be like the violation, that will remain on your account. So that when they suspend you again, they will count it like, oh, we suspended you the last time. This is your second time. We are going to unpublish you. So I am considering leaving Facebook forever. I will do better on YouTube because here the content stays. It is original. It is undiluted, and I believe there is no way anyone can say, oh yeah, his preaching is against my religion. Can you believe that? There are people coming on to Maiyegun's Diary Political on Facebook, reporting a post that is giving an information, and they will say it is against my faith, it is against my belief, it is against my religion, and Facebook will suspend a page for that, right? So I'm considering that. So for now, we will do more using my YouTube channels for my videos, and then if Facebook is lucky enough to let us do it, my friends on Facebook will watch my video. But from now on, I'm going to build my YouTube channels better. So subscribe as you are joining me. Make sure you subscribe. On the side of that subscription there on my page, on my channel, you will see this, something that looks like a bell, right? That is a notification bell. If you click on it after you subscribe, if you click on that bell, whenever I'm live or I go live on Maiyegun's Diary Political YouTube, you will receive a notification, okay? Do that. And that is when Diaspora Radio finally comes, oh dear, then we'll tell YouTube, we'll tell Facebook to go to hell, because we won't even need them anymore. We will be interested in our mothers, our fathers, our friends, all the poor people in Nigeria that we know that we have no access to internet, have no access to Facebook, have no access to YouTube, have no access to some of these social media platforms. They will be able to listen to Diaspora Radio. Everything I'm saying to you right now, you will be able to listen to that from all over the world. That is why Diaspora Radio will come to life by the special grace of God. 1st of September. 1st of September is the official launch date. There's going to be some program put towards that for that day. It's going to be interesting, okay? But before then, Diaspora Radio will begin streaming in this August, which means you'll be able to listen to non-stop music on diasporaradio.com. That is diasporaradiointernational.com. So you can also look that up. We are also going to be building our own app before the end of the year. But let us start with the streaming first. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how many people get to connect to that. And then we'll build the app after that. So that will make it easier then. So we can then tell Facebook to go to hell 1 million times, even if they try to stop us on anything again. It is no longer as free as it should be. It is a messed up platform. And indeed, it's time to call it quit with Facebook. We are getting there gradually. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. There's a lot going on. And I have this good news for you, my friends, especially all of you who contributed, donated towards freelance corporal Martins Idakpani, the soldier, the Buhari, the Buhari team arrested, and they kept him in jail simply because he asked the army to stop the killings, to protect the soldiers, to stop the killings and all of that. He got arrested for that. The same way they arrested that man, that major there, okay? However, we have succeeded in transferring a total of 365,000 naira to the wife, which is Mrs. Victoria Idakpani. So the money we managed to withdraw from the GoFundMe was £681. When we changed that to naira, at the exchange rate of 550 naira to a pound, so we got 365,000 naira, and that was deposited in our bank yesterday. I spoke to her today. She confirmed it. But because this was started on YouTube and on Facebook, so I'm going to wait for Maiyegun's Diary Political to come back. Then I'm going to bring her back to come and say thank you. She's willing to. She said she's willing to come and say thank you, because that really, really touched her heart in a way that she believed that, well, they are not alone, that you are all at least, reaching out to them and praying for them, all of you. Thank you very much for your time this evening on YouTube. First time we are doing this without Facebook. Next time, I will bring it more loaded, because this is going to be our usual platform now. Okay? Tell others too. Share it everywhere. Copy the link. Share it. Subscribe. It doesn't take long. Just click subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary Political. I'll see you again when I see you. Good evening.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. And yes, we like lórí YouTube. And yes, we like ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. And yes, we like ijó ìgbádìyẹ. And yes, we like Presido bá wí sí o. And yes, we like ìgbóni náà gbówó jẹ. And yes, we like.